Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, brothers and sisters. All right, and welcome to my live video feed. I want you to try to keep common sense, keep it down, and then you get under 10 minutes. It goes over 10 minutes. Something very fucking important. How you been, underboss? How you been? What's going on with you?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man. Today's topic will be about coronavirus warning. Again, you want to talk about that? How's your life going? What's going on with you?
Man, I'm good, man. I am good, man. Everything is well in Florida. We just out here just chilling, man, trying to spend a lot of time outside,
Be careful now. Make sure you have a mask on, because if it's in the air, we're all dead, and if it's in the water, we're all dead. Because I haven't been near human contact for quite some time. Have you been near anybody lately?
Yeah, I'm outside, man. I'm outside, man. I keep my mask on. I put my gloves on when needed, but I just can't do the inside house shit. I'm not built like that, man.
Yeah, me neither. I'm always out in the summertime. Once it gets like real warm, I might as well get the Conoravirus. I might as well just kill myself, right? Because I got to play basketball. I got to keep moving, man. And if I highly doubt that I'll see any niggas on the court coughing like that, because I'll be going home as soon as I see one cough. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
I'm getting a bad signal. Let me pop back in. I'm coming right back. Fuck.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so I just want people to understand, okay, that if you are so fearful of this virus, please understand that use common sense in your journey in life. Please understand this. You don't need to work. You just call your job and basically say, "I'm fearful of the coronavirus. How you been? Okay, underboss, you're back in."
Oh, there we go. Jesus. All right.
Yeah, so I was just telling my wife how easily, I was telling her about my magic power and stuff, right? And I was telling her that now, since she threatened me, now I have a way of stopping her job, and at the same time, she can't threaten me no more, because she likes to threaten me with the police. You know how you got those type of women out there. If you don't do what I say,
That's crazy. That's crazy. But the question is, bro, would she be doing that back in Ethiopia? Like, would she say that in Ethiopia?
No,
I'm going to call the military.
Yeah, she's very kind in Ethiopia. As a matter of fact, I knew for a fact that she wasn't really about me, because most women, 90% of women aren't about the man. They're not. I can say that with confidence, because I have proven myself over and over again by trying to test women's girlfriends, and I've been doing it for many years. And it's ugly as I look. I usually get them on the phone. I don't even need to meet most women, and I can just pull their woman. How sad is that? I can swoon your chick to come on my side. She don't even know how I look, and that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that my wife would kind of be like this when I brought her in the country. Okay, so I had a plan for her, and a lot of things my wife saw. She saw some of my magical abilities. I know you may not believe in that type of stuff, but
I do. I'm a spiritual person, man. I fuck with that shit.
Yeah, you know how you can say something and it has come to light very quickly. It doesn't take a month. It doesn't take a year. It's expedient.
Yeah, of course.
Some people are like that. Go ahead.
I said, especially if you're gifted.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't intend to say things, and it just come true. So I kind of like prove to her that I have abilities, and she sees them, but she ignores them. You know how you see people that's in front of you, and they see something happen, but they still deny you your existence.
Right. You think it's because she have because she's Ethiopian. You think it's because she has like a Christian background or some type of.
Well, I truly consider Christianity like a great evil for a great good, but most of the time, women don't really. They only doing that to fit in. They only doing that to release the euphoric emotions, because they're depressed deep down inside. Most people, to me, are not very critical thinkers. They're non-playable characters. They don't have a mind. They don't have no constructive thought today. They really don't today. Anyone who's been into any form of religion or a God, external God, without looking at the God within yourself first, is delusional.
Right.
To me,
that's okay. Yeah, I know Ethiopia is like that, because I know they have Africans that's not with that shit. Ones in the village, they be with that voodoo and all of that shit. Like, let's get this magic popping.
So I try to advise people to release that fear. Don't worry about death too much. Don't do anything reckless, like go outside without a mask and shit like that. Because unless you know that you're immune to it. Because me, I
Right.
feel strongly I'm immune to it. And I also tell people to stop working because there's a stimulus package coming in, especially if you've got connections with the government and you already been filed already, you do all your taxes and stuff. So if you're going to your job, you must, if you care about a relative, let's say you got a relative and you want them to stop working, all you gotta do is call their job and say, I do not feel comfortable with my relative working at the store. The manager will simply, fire the person for the time being and then
Oh
rehire.
shit.
Okay, you do know they have a thought. You don't need to if you know that you can't stop your father or your uncle or somebody going to work, you can do it behind the scenes. There's different ways of stopping people from working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can go to the head corporation. See a lot of Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's are open, and they're not taking into heeding in the account of how this Conoravirus is working, right? So they will keep their business open because of one thing, mainly it's greed. Okay, it's
Yeah.
mainly greed. And so I keep telling people, in New York, at least about 6,000 people died, man, in one day, man. Come on, hello, wake up,
Yeah, it's
wake up.
crazy.
And this one woman I saw on BMT show, I was just on his show. He has to post his links every once in a while because he gets a lot of commenters today. Because I want to try to get in there and try to
Yeah.
talk to people about
Yeah,
that.
I checked out a little bit of the show. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, and then I try to tell them, say, hey, stop using that religion as a scapegoat because religions are not going to help you. Okay, that's a form of depression. That's a form of fear. And if you want to stop that from happening, stay your ass home. Okay, you should have been
But
stocking up long time ago. Everybody should have been stocking up long time ago. I got at least about a couple months worth of stuff. Okay.
well, if people was really, that's the thing though. We have a lot of fake religious people. If people was really following their religion, they would not be eating a certain way in the first place. They would be stocking up and storing up in the first place. If they was really, really in the Bible like they should. So this is exposing the fake believers versus the real believers. That's really what it's doing. Because it's like, how are you a religious person and you say you believe in a supreme being and you have this big faith, but soon as the government tells you to run inside, you run inside. It's like, well, who you gonna believe, God or the government?
Yeah, I had to argue
I
with
say
my
that to the
brother about
religious
this.
people.
Yeah, I had to argue with my brother about common sense. I said, if you believe in Jesus, you don't need common sense. If you believe in God, you
Right.
don't
Yeah,
need common
you
sense.
got your
Okay,
you
so
got your faith. It's like, why are you telling me about all this other stuff that's going on when you're a believer? That's
yeah,
why
and I'm like,
I'm really getting mad at certain churches that be open. I be like, well, fuck it, they're believers, man. Hey, let them rock. As long as I'm not paying for their fucking healthcare.
shit. I try to tell people, hey, if you want to get your relative or someone that you care about not working and stuff like that, you have simply call the corporation, get it down packed, and tell them, hey, I don't need my wife there, and taking a high chance. They'll basically either fire that person or they'll shut down their office because people need to be shutting down these restaurants. Okay, because people, if it's in the air, we're all dead. Like I said before, if it's in the air, we're all dead. If it's in the
Yeah,
water, we're all dead.
if it's in the air, if it's in the water, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yep.
So at that point, it's like, okay, well, like I said last show, if we're going to be locked in the house, how long we going to be locked down? That's my only question for everybody on these certain panels. That's like, how long we going to be locked down? And if we're going to be locked down, do we have the key to free ourselves?
Well,
Like,
basically,
how are we going
it's
to
like
get
this.
back out?
It's like this. It's going to be up to August. The voices in my head tell me about till August. If people are still going outside nonchalantly, they're going
Yeah.
outside. It's gonna multiply. And Americans are, are very not very cautious. White people don't have a lot of fear. Okay? Black people
Yeah,
think
that's what I'm
about
saying.
stuff.
There's no fear. Our culture, we don't have a culture of social distancing. And black people, period, African people, we don't have a culture of social distancing. That's some caveman European type stuff. We're not cavemen. We don't believe in, like, we're not like that. We like to be outside. We like to talk shit. We like to grab booty. We like to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? So
And they
it's
think about eating
difficult.
booty and shit. I'm like, well, what kind of nigga is that?
so
What kind of
it's
nigga is that eating
difficult.
some fucking
I
booty?
say grabbing booty, not a fucking. so it's
Fucking
difficult.
shitty thick booty.
So it's difficult to practice social distancing. It's like, I want to talk to my neighbor. It's weird. Like I say, how long is this going to last? They're already putting up little stickers on the floor in 7-Elevens and Targets and Publix. You know what I'm saying? It's already here. It's like they're putting up some type of fucking matrix. And it's like, okay, well, how long are they going to pull the stickers up when it's over? That's the question. Are they going to go back and pull the stickers up? I don't think so. So how long are we going to sit back and watch this happen? It's like, are we going to give into the fear, or are we just going to just try to stay somewhat balanced and listen to what everybody's saying? Because the educated class is pretty much shook. They're afraid. They get their money from the matrix. They get their money from the system. So of course they're going to say, oh my God, the world is ending. Stay inside, oh my God. But it's like, you have people like, okay, well, are they truly the most educated people on the planet? Can we really trust them? Like, how many times have doctors failed us?
Those are the low commoners. You know, white people, there's different levels of white people. They don't care about them hillbillies and them crackers and the hood. And them,
yeah, but the hillbillies and the crackers are going to be the ones that's going to survive because they know the woods.
Yeah, they got to get in the woods. You got to stay far away in the woods too.
That's what I'm saying. But but them hillbillies know them fucking woods. They know the blackstrap molasses. They know how to make moonshine and all kind of crazy tonics that'll heal your fucking ass. They know this shit
coming out of the trees.
These fuckers have been preppers since World War II. So it's like, well, that's what I say. Just keep a healthy balance. I tell everybody that. Just keep a healthy balance based on who you listen to, and try not to give into the fear. Because once you give into the fear, they won.
They won. Oh yeah. Hey, Underboss, please send me your Cash App so I can post it inside of the description box, because I have not.
I gotta make one. I gotta make one. I'll post my food stamp card so they can put some on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you right now, you know, Cash App is pretty good to log into, because my friend, okay, who lives in Clairton, he's white, he's all scared, he lost his job. He lost his job. He worked at Denny's for over 25 years. Never saw anything like this before. And I'm the one who helped him get that job, man. My boy Chuck, he got his first real first job. He used to walk around not in the hood, but in the terrace, because I used to live in the white nearest territory. And he would walk in the cold every fucking year, man. Every year walking up that terrace for like 5-6 miles and shit.
Damn. Well, if we have any Chucks in the audience, I want you guys to just maintain your faith and understand that your job is not you. That's just where you get your money. You can get a job anywhere. You can make money. We live in a fucking first world society. You're going to get money down the line. You're going to be okay. Just understand that this is not your fucking identity. If you need to protect your family, need to stay safe, do what you need to do. That's what I tell the Chucks of the world. Because I know suicides and all this crazy shit is going to fucking skyrocket because people have taken on these identity of these little careers and shit. And they think that is them. So if they lose their job, they're gonna go home, blow their fucking brains out, kill the wife, kill the children. You know how these other cultures are. You know how they.
I just saw a guy jump off the fucking roof because his family just got killed for fucking Conoravirus, and that was truly fucking fucked up. I saw it on video.
That's tragic. That's sad, tragic, bro. Damn. That's why I'm saying you gotta hold your head in these times. You gotta hold your head. You can't believe everything you read. You can't believe everything you see on the news. Cut off your fucking television if you can. If you're a spiritual person, you know, go ahead, bro.
Is it against the law now for them to cut off anything, especially if you can't pay the bills because of the Conera? Because I think it's against the law for them to either try to evict you because of rent. It's against the law. They can't do it, right? Is that true?
Yeah, certain places, you can't evict certain people, but I don't know if I want to chance that. I'm still paying my shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to chance
that. I don't know if it's true or not, because
no, it's true. I mean, but like again, I just don't want to chance that. I don't want to chance that. I just can't chance that, bro.
I got my money coming out of my account automatically for my car and my phone. That's the only two bills I got. I got
exactly. The name of the game now is just try to. The name of the game now is, and for the Chucks of the world again, just try to get out of debt. Get out of fucking debt. They see me that fucking stimulus check. Don't fucking blow it. Don't try to buy no fucking hookers and shit. Jordans and shit.
You know what the Simps do? The Simps do it all the time.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I got $1,200. I'm on a fucking Red Lobster. Get your
shit, paying $25 for some fucking coconut. I was thinking about doing that one day. I was gonna pay $25 for some coconut shrimp, and they got the best fucking coconut shrimp in the motherfucking world.
They do. But yeah, just fucking try to get fucking out of debt, man. Like it looks like it's just a global reset. That's what it looks like. And we can come out on top if we maintain our sanity. You know what I'm saying? Strong minds will prevail. It has been like that throughout history. Some motherfuckers gonna run around scared and jump off a building, while other people gonna sit back and plan and connect what they need to connect with, get their spiritual right, get their spirit right, get their health right, get their finances right. And that's who's going to come out on top, because millionaires have been made in depressions and recessions. You know what I'm saying? But we're not focusing on that. People just focusing on the fear. And I just want people to get out of the fear. That's why it's important for, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a strong spiritual. You have a strong spirit. You know what I'm saying? People that have a strong spirit, you have to listen to those voices. Listen to that spirit. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your inner man.
I don't want to be heard by
the masses. You know what I'm saying?
I want him to die. I'm kind of a sadist and shit. I want everybody, most people to die. I'm sorry. I don't want to save the world, because I know if they could kill Jesus, okay, and Caesar washed his hands, I don't want no part of it, because I certainly don't want to be crucified either.
Right. That's the thing.
That's why I don't look for attention that much. I don't look for attention. Hey, if they find me, they find me. If they don't, they don't. Okay.
Try to have a strong faith, man. I just don't want us to become like a communist type country where everyone is locked down, because like I say, this coronavirus is going to pass, but what is going to last, what is going to still be here, is the fact that they are training us to lock ourselves down, which means that's preparing us for something in the future. You know what I'm saying? So what can happen in the future? Now we know that the government can press a red button, everybody's going to run inside. Well, what is that training us for? Could it be an alien invasion? Could it be anything? You know, I go down a rabbit hole on this fucking channel. I talk about all kind of shit. That's why I love this fucking channel. But anything is fucking possible. And I want you guys, and especially the men, to just stay watchful. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be like these other people out here, you know what I'm saying, stuck on the fucking television, just eating all kind of fucking bullshit. Just basically preparing themselves to be fucking slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? But I like to be outside. I need to see what the fuck is going on. They setting up 5G towers. I want to see it. They spraying shit at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I want to fucking see it. Military rolling down the street at 12:30 midnight. I want to fucking see it. I don't want to be in the house fucking watching porn, jacking out, waiting on the fucking stimulus check. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass outside and see what the fuck is going on, man. We're not no fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Go ahead, bro.
I say, you know, everybody should just try to get online, you know, start playing some games, keep themselves distracted, show your face. Right. Well, that's what I do at middle of the night. I'm on Mixer and fucking Twitch, and I'll put it down in the description and shit. Like, I'll be on in the middle of the night because my daughter's playing Roblox and shit. She keep her in the zone, man. My daughter's just home, and my wife is arguing with me.
Do you think the children notice like something crazy is going on? Like, are your kids noticing things, or they're pretty much unaware?
As a matter of fact, my oldest Zabaria, she knows about the coughing because she like to joke around about it. She go like this.
They know some shit going on. Yeah,
You brother.
You fucking sneezed on
my daughter's a little comedian, man. She's a comedian.
Yeah. Well, that's good. She's keeping everybody's spirits up, man. That's the beauty of having children, bro. They're keeping everybody's spirits up. And the crazy thing is, man, a lot of people haven't been spending time with their fucking children, but this time in this situation, people are spending a lot of time with their children, which is a good thing. But there's also cases of women that's trust me, they're complaining that they don't want to be in the house with their fucking children. They're complaining that they have to spend so much time at
and that leads on to the question that I said this many times, and I talk about it in most of my videos. Most people are not suitable parents. They're just not, by fact and by far. Most people, I said that. Okay, first question is, when a baby cries, you can ask them, does that bother you when a baby cries? Most of them say yes, that's irritating and shit. But it don't bother me because I was raised around kids all my life since I was like 19 years old, man.
The elders say let the baby cry. You don't want to spoil them. Let them cry. Let them get it out.
A lot of parents want to go to work. They don't want to homeschool because they're trying to bring in extra money. I say, why don't you just do a polygamous relationship then, damn it?
Yeah.
So you have a man who's the order of the house, like alpha, and he's telling women what to do like a pimp, but I'm not saying to be like a pimp, okay, you know, it's like he's a king. And family is business. The Italians said it best. Family is business and business is family. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Fuck the love. I don't believe in all that love shit. I think you get your arm, put your heart on your sleeve and shit like that. People was actually thinking about it like that, because that's how women think. I guarantee you, women are on a lower frequency when it comes to that thinking about love thing. They're not thinking about love. I don't understand how guys be assuming that women are more lovey-dovey than men. Okay, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. These days, guys are out there simping this shit for women who are just, they don't even know that they're using that love tactic and that platonic affectionate levels just to get to their pockets. Okay, because you see 60% to 70% rates is fucking phenomenal from women. Women get the divorces, man. So common sense would say we know that, and men are killing themselves and they're losing property. Women are winning.
Well, hopefully they fucking wake up, because the courts is shut down. Ain't gonna be no fucking divorces.
So you motherfuckers better work it out, or domestic violence gonna be at all-time high.
Yeah, I tell my wife, you better stop threatening me. You know, I call you try to get you fired quickly. I believe
Because ain't no
myself.
police coming. Ain't no
Yeah,
police coming.
I'll beat that bitch.
I'm calling the police. You call, you're gonna get a busy signal. They're not fucking coming. Better get your shit together. Go in the room and lay down. God damn it. I'll see you in the morning.
What do you think about this martial law? You think they're gonna bring in martial law soon?
Yeah, I think so. Because of the state I'm in Florida, and certain states like Florida, California, New York, we're kind of, and certain parts of New Orleans, we're kind of like bucking against the system. We're not gonna stay inside because we're not fucking slaves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see it coming down the horizon. If enough, and on top of that, if enough people don't get vaccinated, they're going to come bring martial law, because everybody's not going to want to get vaccinated. Everybody's not going to take the fucking nano fucking particle fucking computer chip in their fucking arm to be connected to fucking 5G. Everybody's not going to take it. Everybody's not going to take it.
What about you? Are you going to take it when it comes? Because I know.
No,
I haven't had it.
already told the wife, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at with it. Whatever I told my wife, I said, whatever you do, baby, is what you do. But me, myself, as far as what I know about history, as far as how my spirit is, I cannot do it, because I would be pretty much contradicting everything I've learned since I was a fucking 10-year-old about this system and what's coming down the pipeline. And I can't go out like that, bro. So no, I can't vaccinate. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's going to come down. It's looking like it's coming down to a point to where if you don't vaccinate, you're not going to be able to go in stores. If you don't vaccinate, you're not going to. If you don't vaccinate, you're not going to be able to buy shit. So we got to do the same thing for those who are not going to vaccinate like me. We're going to have to go back to the land. We're going to have to buy some land. We have to start growing our food. We have to educate our own children. We have to go back to that. You know,
that's only if the white man allows you to do that. See, I don't understand why people want to talk about the land when the land is already halfway contaminated and the land is actually owned by Queen Elizabeth.
What about those white people that's in the Midwest, way out in the fucking wood? I forgot their fucking name. They still live like they're in the fucking 1700s. What are those white folks? What's their name?
Amish.
Yeah, Amish.
I've actually talked to a couple Amish over here.
I really need to find out. I really need to check out some YouTube channels of the Amish, or if they're probably not even on fucking they probably don't have the fucking internet. But I need to see like how they're combating this situation, because I know they're gonna pretty much come through this situation unscathed. Pretty much. Yeah,
but you know the advice I would recommend people to take is from the preppers. The preppers,
that's another group we need to check out.
The Amish is about polygyny, like trying to multiply their families and shit, and doing slight farming and shit.
Yeah.
But really, it's about individualism, because you got to focus on. So you can't focus on your family too much, man. I truly believe that you shouldn't be focused on your family, because everybody got their own little units, and it could cause you a lot of trouble for yourself.
And especially if you have a partner who really trusts this system and you really don't. That's why it's important to check who you're married to and see if y'all equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? To see if y'all can really stand the test of time, good times and bad times. This is a bad time. You know what I'm saying? You really have to know who you have in your corner and who don't have in your corner. If you're not going to vaccinate, is your wife going to call the police on you?
Well, she already tried to call the police on me. She already called the police on me.
But I'm just saying, a lot of relationships is going to be like that. It's like, he didn't. If you didn't vaccinate, she ain't going to give you no pussy.
Shit, I'll get some pussy regardless, because she got to be driven places. She got to be driven places, and she needs a phone, right? Because the phone is still
a government mandate that I do not have to have sex with you unless you vaccinate that thing.
The phone is still my name, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna have to make a trade-off. I told you it's about trade-off. Everything is about business trade-off. If you don't make trade-offs with women, you will be taken advantage of. You'll be
that's why it's important for men to make it. That's why it's important for men to don't simp out and make sure you are a god of your home. Make sure you are the masters of your fucking domain. Because if you do not step up and become the masters of your fucking domain, the outside government daddy is going to control everything in your household, and everything you're setting up is going to be for naught. All the hustling you're doing, all the hard working you're doing, all the mortgage payments you're doing is going to be all for bullshit. If somebody's going to just sign you up and just turn you into the fucking government because you're not going to fucking vaccinate. Like, that's why it's important to know who you got in your corner.
I told my wife in advance before she got here how this country was. And for some reason, I think she got a lot of wax. I keep telling people all the time, get that little Q-tip, especially for women, and stick it in your ear and clean it. I think that's probably is a curse.
Yeah, well,
I remember reading some magic about some fucking ear magic and shit. And something is in the ears. And I'm like, yo, do you hear me? Okay,
Yeah, well, on the mundane level, that a lot of Africans see America as some type of dream place. They don't see the bullshit that we see. That's why Black Americans are the smartest and the most educated in the world that really know the system. We really know this white man. We really know we up to. They don't know.
Even the most poorest Negro is richer than most Africans.
Exactly. And also richer in knowledge and richer in education and history. We know more about Africa than Africans know about Africa. They don't know.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right?
Crazy.
I told my wife about that. I was like, I'm in your country, but I know your tradition. This is not your tradition. I know it's not.
I'm talking to fucking Nigerians and fucking Ethiopians, and they don't even know about Liberia and how Black Americans created Liberia. They're like, what? Black Americans created Liberia. I'm like, the reason you have Liberia is because President Monroe sent Black Americans over to Africa to create a country that's now called Liberia. They're like, what? I'm like, Google it. I'm like, what is wrong with them niggas over there? And that's why I don't get caught up in conversation with them niggas over there, because the information is so limited. But again, that's how they see America. That's how they see a West, like a big dream place where they can make a whole bunch of money. And if you act up, I call the police and all that. I'm going to get mine. I want half. That type of shit is going on. They live in some type of fantasy when it comes down to America. Do some goddamn
research on it. You know the English language is more superior than all your languages. All you gotta do is go to YouTube, Google, Wikipedia, do something, because I'm trying to tell you, the strongest niggas is over here. The most wealthiest niggas is over here.
And these fucking foreigners don't know how America works. They don't know about the deep state and the pedophile rings and the human trafficking. They don't know the type of shit that these missionaries is involved in Africa. I guess because since they're getting porridge from the fucking missionaries, I guess they're gonna trust every fucking word they say. I guess that's what it looks like. Until they come over here and run into me, and all of a sudden I'm the black crazy revolutionary nigga. I stay away from Killmonger. You know how it is.
I had a lot of accents, and they can't pronounce it sometimes. I had one of them on my show one day. I had a Nigerian. I don't know his name. Garvey, okay, and he didn't know. We was looking at each other like
a Nigerian named Garvey.
The time, because his accent is so fucking strong. His accent. It's so fucking strong.
But it's crazy that it's in Africa, it's considered that Nigerians have the best English accent out of all of Africa. So it may sound crazy to us, but to them, it's like, he speaks perfect English. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? But that's how it is, bro. That's how they see fucking America. And it's like, we can't change that. They're not going to listen to us because we're not white. But
yeah, let me tell you something about the StreamYard, though. The StreamYard, you only get like 20 hours per month. So I just started this shit a little while ago, but they want to charge an arm and a leg for that motherfucker. They like 25
I thought StreamYard was free. I thought it was an alternative to Google Hangouts. So now they're going to start charging because everybody's using
StreamYard. No. You get a limit. Because I'm one of the elite, because I like to talk. And plus I'm a therapist. I told you I do schizophrenic type of shit. I've been on this for a long time. Right. Basically, it's like this. You get 20 free hours. It's free for 20 hours. Not unlimited now. I'm one of the elite. They called me an elite. I felt special. I thought I was going to get a reward when StreamYard contacted me. You only get 20 hours per month. 20 hours per month, and it resets. Okay, so I just want you to know that they're charging like $25 per month if you do it monthly, and they're charging $20 per month if you do it annually. If you get charged annually, it's cheaper a little bit, but that's too much. I think it should have been $8 a month at least. Jesus Christ, they want $25 a fucking month. Okay,
and the shit still be crashing and shit. So.
Well, it don't. Sometimes it freezes, but it's pretty all right. I'm using my mobile. I'm actually using the desktop mode on the mobile. It's pretty good because BMT he actually Joshua he actually sent this to me, and I had to figure it out. And I said, yeah, they must have fixed it because it's not really made for the mobile. It says it, but it's really made for the desktop. So there's a desktop mode on your mobile which you can activate, and then it can go right through. And it's pretty simple from that point on. Yeah. And it's pretty cool. I figured all the colors out. I can change the banner color and brand and stuff. Let me see. Over here, I can change the color default. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Boom. Look at that purple. Oh, I love purple. Magenta is my favorite color. Yeah, magenta.
You gotta put that emerald color up there, man.
Yeah, I like the emerald color. I'm gonna turn it back anyway. It's pretty fucking cool. You can mess with all of the features on the side. Everything is like clear. You can put the invite button and the link that's on the bottom and shit like that. It's pretty nice. It's nice, man. So have you started? Have you started your stream yet? Have you started your stream yet?
Nah, I don't. I just jump on other people's shit, man. My shit be too fucking unorthodox, man. I don't want to. I just like to talk to my boys, man. Talk to you, talk to BMT, talk to my brothers, and get back to life, man. I may do something in the future, man. But like I said, maybe I'm schizophrenic. I like to talk about too much other shit, so I don't want to bore people, you know. That's my thing.
Yeah, so what else is on your mind with this Conoravirus? What kind of advice can you give the people about this Conoravirus?
Man,
I say, hey, you know what I found out? Listen to this. You always got something to talk about here. Please understand. Please understand. This mask right here that I have. Okay, I don't think this is like an N84 mask. This is not the N95 mask. It still has a seal, but I usually put two. I put this on and I put this on. Okay. So I don't know what everybody's doing, but if you have two, at least something on, it can do some good protection. Okay, if you just make sure you have a sealant on your mouth. Okay,
I have the N95, and on top of that, I just put a bandana over it and just have some gloves on and just walk outside. I just try to get as much sun as I can, bro, because I'm black, man. We need the sun, man.
Yeah, you're gonna need some vitamin D in your system too.
I don't want my hair falling out and dick shriveling up because I ain't getting no vitamin D. So I need to get outside.
I don't have dick problems. I don't have dick problems. Not one bit.
Well, you good.
Every summer I go out for 3 hours a day, hit my hook shots, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. People don't believe me. I hit my hook shots at the 3-point line, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got to get some. Like I said, I'm a Florida boy, man, and we live our life outside at the beach. Sunlight, that's just how we live our life. So it's just hard for us in Florida. I don't know about other states, but especially in Florida and California, it's very difficult for us to just be in the house. Like it is, so you have no idea how difficult it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the news that nobody's staying inside. So yeah, I'm sure they're gonna bring the martial law shit down here. It is what it is. You know, we just can't go against our nature. It's very difficult, bro. It's very difficult.
So what kind of advice you give to people who are basically so fearful of this Conoravirus? What kind of advice?
I would say let go of the fear, and whatever you believe in, whether you are a Christian, Muslim, whether you pray to a goddess Shiva, whether you talk to the voices, whatever you fucking believe in, you need to stick to that shit and stick to your fucking guns and stand on your wall. And if it's real, time is gonna tell if it's real. If it's bullshit, your ass gonna be in the fucking hospital fucked up with everybody else.
Did you see that woman speaking on BMT show? The black woman who was a doctor who saw all the body bags build up on the side of the wall. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But then again, what was this? She was talking about New York. That was New York that's happening at, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know check this out. There was a truck full, or I guess a plane full of contaminated vaccine or corona tests that got sent out to UK. So who's to say that the test that people are getting in New York is not contaminated? Who's just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the type of shit I like to focus on, and that's in the news. That is real. That contaminated fucking tests are being sent to fucking UK. So who's to say we're not getting contaminated tests? So these people that are so fucking fearful, are you gonna run down there and get the fucking test? Are you gonna run down and get the fucking vaccine when it's fucking contaminated? That's what I'm saying. Nobody's really focusing on that. Everybody's so fucking scared. Let go of the fucking fear. What are we? There's nothing to fear but fear itself. America's culture is not based on fear. That's why we're not fucking Chinese. We're not African. We're not London, motherfucker. We're not European. We're American. We have freedoms. That's our culture. Our culture is not social distancing. That's not our culture. You know what I'm saying? So just because some shit happened in fucking Italy, so we're supposed to be on lockdown because of something happened over there? If you want to talk in the spiritual sense, because I like to talk that spiritual shit, which for some reason all these educated people are afraid to talk about, because they took the hypocritical oath. So science is their God and not really spiritual belief. So let's talk some spiritual shit. You know what Europeans have been doing to the globe since the beginning of time? Who's to say that this is not their fucking karma? Who's to say that?
It's mostly white people down, especially in America.
That's what I'm saying. These are their fucking karma. That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna leave that out there. And this is not no racist talk, because I have a couple of white friends. I mean, I'm gonna say the shit they say. I have white friends, so that's not racist. So all I'm saying is, do not give into the fear. Just because something happened in fucking New York, how does that affect us in Florida? It doesn't. They live in a fucking liberal state. They believe in fucking vaccines.
Guess who's gonna lose the most goddamn money if this shit ain't fixed?
Who's that, bro?
It's gonna be white people losing the most money.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly. Their whole fucking shit is coming down, and you know, I'm just glad the ancestors has kept me alive to be able to see this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they prayed for while they was in the slave plantation, while they was getting whipped and beaten. They was praying, when is this shit going to stop? God damn it, this is some bullshit. They was praying for this shit. And here this shit is finally coming to a screeching halt and niggas is running around scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want people to also understand that heat doesn't help you with the coronavirus because in Nigeria and also in Ethiopia is very hot. There's quarantine, at least about 13 people right now in fucking Ethiopia. My boy Niall and Natty and Yanni told me they are on the lockdown. And I'm like shocked. I was fucking, I said, for real, you joke? I said, yes. I was like, this going on here too? He said it was going down. They brought it from China to Ethiopia first. So then everybody else is second. So that's when you started hearing it though.
Well, that's what they fucking get, praising them fucking Chinese people coming to their fucking country and marrying the little fucking girls and shit. They fucking dancing for the Chinese people coming to them, and this is gonna be the outcome. That's why you know, I just wish Africa would get their fucking shit together, but it's not gonna happen, bro. Not in our lifetime.
It's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
I thought it was hope. I thought it was hope, but now that we have this, and I'm literally expecting any day now for Africans to have some type of uprising and go against this situation, but they're not. They're not. They're gonna take it. They're gonna take it, and you know they love their vaccines over there.
As long as I keep seeing porns with the grotesque hippopotamus looking crackers, Europeans going over there fucking them girls, I say they have no chance.
And the boys,
they have no chance because I seen them in the porns. I'm like, I see these fine ass females from South Sudan, from Eritrea to Ethiopia to Sierra Leone porns and shit. These guys are just completely out of shape.
Yeah.
They're just getting them popped. They're popping their fucking hymens and shit. And I'm very disappointed because they don't even know English. These bitches, most of them bitches don't even know English, but they let the white man fuck them.
Exactly. And now the corona is on their ass. I'm supposed to be scared like the white man. Hell no. They have nothing to do with us. But we're going to go get the vaccines like them. We're going to go get tested like them. No, fuck that shit. That has nothing to do with us. And I'm going to stand on that until it really gets close to home. And that's how I'm going to look at it, bro. I got to have a strong faith, bro. We don't live in the same world as them. We don't have the same karma. We didn't enslave nobody. We're not involved in fucking pedophile rings. We're not involved in human trafficking. That is some African shit and that is some Caucasian shit.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. And yes, I include Africans because they're highly involved in pedophile rings and human trafficking, but nobody talk about it today. They're involved in slavery today.
There's still slavery going on in Africa.
So whatever.
The Moors. You don't want to talk to a Moor. You definitely don't want to talk to a Moor because every time I talk to the motherfuckers, they think that you're beneath them. You are one of the specimens of the devil, of the master's devil. I've been talked to so disrespectful by a Moor, and I'll be like, you have a mental illness with that sovereign citizens type shit. You know you have a mental illness, and part of the motherfuckers are part of the Muslim corporation. NIO, you want to call it Nation of Islam, okay?
Yeah.
They're part of that.
And they have been quiet as a church mouse lately. The NOI, they have been very quiet lately. Mr. Farrakhan, with all due respect, have been very quiet lately.
Yeah. But last thing I heard, he said, a black man shouldn't fear the bars. And I'm like, okay. But black men are no longer black men anymore, right?
Exactly.
He's not even black all the fucking way.
Yeah, he's not. We're not technically, and that's why I say we have to go back to how we were back in the day when it comes down to the land and eating certain kind of ways and practicing certain beliefs. If you down for polygamy, practice that. Because the old saying is, you have more than one wife, you're gonna live longer. That's the old saying.
You become more happier. The thing is that I talk to guys all the time about polygyny because when I was in Ethiopia and I was trying to talk to her sister, they both got along with me very fine. Not a problem. No arguments. No voice being raised. It's kind of fucked up. That's just how it was. And I recorded myself with both of them, my main wife and her sister at one time, a couple times. And like you're saying, this is how it's supposed to be. I said I came over here for not just for their own fucking love. I came over here because all of the women are damaged in Western worlds. Developed countries are all fucked up. They're the ones who's spreading their disease of liberalism and free sex everywhere, like in the fucking 70s. And that's once that spreads, it's already spread to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. So don't go to no main tourist attraction area in no country.
Right.
Because those women are just the same as Americans, but maybe a little more docile because you're American.
Yeah, I was gonna hit up fucking South Africa, but I'm definitely changing my mind on that, man. Definitely changing my mind on that, bro. Because South Africa is so fucking Americanized. It's a fucking shame. Yeah, and Nigeria is out of the question. I don't even fuck with West Africa because of slavery. For some reason, they want niggas to run to Ghana and West Africa, but I don't fuck with West Africa at all. I have no love for West Africa and never will.
Niggas are never going to be leaving America just to go to Africa. They ain't smart enough. They're not interested. And plus, all of the good pussies over here, they're all fucked up pussies over in America. I'm telling you right now how virgins feel. Virgins are very inexperienced in bed. So they're going to encounter women who are going to be ew about sucking dick, okay?
Exactly. And it's like, I don't want that type of motherfucker.
I don't want to do that. I know his dick is big, but
and that's why them African niggas be over there getting them white girls in fucking Europe. They be like, fuck that shit. I take my risk. I get on the boat. I go to London. Fuck this shit. Them niggas trying to get a green card. It's like, these bitches don't suck dick in Nigeria. Goddamn.
My wife had to do all the things. All the things that my wife had done is because she had to do it. Okay? If she didn't have to do it, she wouldn't get nowhere. Okay, and she still has to do it to this day. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay.
do she look at it like it's nasty?
No,
this is not the part of my culture.
No, as a matter of fact, she don't. She doesn't. She don't lick it and suck it like it's nasty. No, she don't. She likes it. But I don't.
She's Americanized all the way.
The problem with having fucking with virgins is that they're inexperienced and their eyes are so innocent and they get a little interested. It looks sexy how the way they look, but they're not good at the rotation, the science behind the phallus. They're not interested in all that. You might like it because it's innocent, but she not know how to suck. She don't know how to. Most foreign females, I'm gonna tell you by fact, are not very experienced in bed, and they have to be taught.
They don't know how to clean. And they don't clean their pussy right either. I know that. Well, basically,
yeah.
They don't dish. They don't dish over there.
Depending on where they at. Because she lived in a semi area where it was underdeveloped, so it's kind of developing itself. Okay.
Well, I know them South African bitches. They don't dish. I know that for damn sure.
Okay. Yeah, my wife is a virgin, so basically it smelled sweet like water. No strawberry smell, no nothing. It was like everything is fresh. Okay. To this day, it's still kind of fresh until she had the baby. We got 2 babies. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you all y'all guys right now, C-section is the best we thought because there will be a difference if she has her first child. There will be a slight difference. Trust me, there will. Okay. And then she won't be able to be functioning correctly because her estrogen levels is reduced, pH balance is reduced. That's the science of the pussy. Okay. Every female is different, but I'm telling you, most women, if they have a child through the canal of the vagina, it's going to feel slightly different. Okay? All right. It's even going to be transformed a little bit. That little shit is going to be transformed. It's not going to look pretty and perfect. It's not going to look like that. I'm going to tell you.
So what are some of the best countries to go to if you're looking for a wife?
I don't know, man, because I think that Ethiopians are a little bit step above other countries because from my experiences, my wife knows 4 languages. Okay, so if she knows 4 languages and she said all the other girls were corrupted, they were not virgins. So she's just one out of the probably 50. It's like 1 out of every 50 girls out in Ethiopia probably more likely to be a virgin and on top of that educated because their background. The Tigray forces, there's different spin-offs of Ethiopian. There's like the Tigray forces, Oromio, and Etrit. Okay, she's part of the Habasha because she don't have that hook nose. Ethiopia's got that fucking hook nose, that you get that strong nose. And the thing is that those type of bitches, they might have a little bit more experience sexually, but they might be Heidi too if you try to bring them back. My wife started acting Heidi, so I think all these bitches will basically come back. You bring them back, they'll act like that. You don't never know. You don't never know. Everything is perfect over there until you bring them back. Because I was recording myself throughout the whole time over there in Ethiopia, man.
Yeah.
You see how she acted, kind, considerate, okay, but it's not. You can't tell. It's very hard to tell. Even with psychology, because I was like, okay, I was over there for 2 years now. I recorded myself for 2 years with her. And I was dealing with other females, bringing her to the side and say, hey, what about this female? I'm hitting that I want to do polygyny, but my wife she didn't want to play that.
Do you think African men that come to America with their African wives have the same issue when they get here?
Most likely they will. It's going to be most likely. I'm going to deep down and say, yeah, they are, unless they bring multiple wives. Now, I think that if they bring back multiple wives, it may be slightly different.
It's a competition between the wives. They're like, no, I'm going to be loyal to him.
Let me tell you the psychology. Before I went to Ethiopia, I was told by Pimp, the more English, the more likely they're going to give you some English. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're going to
Exactly.
give you
Yeah.
some English. So the more English she knows, the more she know how to communicate. My wife know how to communicate with some white people and shit. She's trying to beg for help, but she don't need the help. But I'm the one who helped her get the applications. I'm the one who filled out all the applications and forms. I'm doing all the work, but she's not telling my side of the story. So I want her to do that so I can take advantage of her because she thinks I'm not smarter than the white man. Okay. But
Africans probably think that too about Black Americans. They're like, yeah,
she thinks I'm
you're the man
stupid. So
over
I
here, but when you go back, I see the white God. He is the man.
So what's she gonna send herself back? See, it's like a philosophy because I work with the white man.
She gonna send herself back. I heard that. So she gonna send herself back. She gonna be mad as hell when she get back home. God damn, I fucked it up. I had it all. God damn, I had America in my
She'll be
hand.
nice. I think she'll be fine when she gets returned back on her own occasion because she tried to
Shit.
follow a false.
Them other Ethiopian chicks gonna get on her ass. Like you went to America and you blew it. He could have had a brother for
She's gonna be like,
me.
how do you
He
call
could
the
have had an
cops on
uncle
him
for
and then it
me.
failed? Okay,
And you
she's gonna
fucking
ask
blew it.
questions like that. She said, "Well, he was smarter than me. He was just smarter than me. I failed. My sisters, my Lilith sisters, my Habesha bitches."
Shit, they're gonna be like, you are excommunicated from the community. You had it all. You could have got us
I
all
said,
in
what did I
America.
say? I told you if you do any other. Actually, I ain't gonna say, but if she crossed if she crossed one of those red lines, she'll never be seen again, and I'm not responsible. Okay. She got a line she can cross. It's like it's kind of like somebody touching your daughter. What would you do?
Right.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, go crazy. Yeah.
Somebody
Because
touch your daughter, you give her a
marriage, though, your
shotgun,
property
you go
in
on the
marriage.
jail. But you ain't gonna spend that much time if you kill someone because somebody touched your daughter.
But it's crazy because Africans understand this in Africa. It's like if I marry you in Africa, you are my property. But when it comes to America, they switch. I just don't understand that concept. And that's why a lot of foreigner chicks, when they get to America with their foreigner husband, they wind up fucked up. A lot of husbands be fucked up too. I be watching Snap. Niggas be marrying them Filipino women and they bring them over here and they
Did you see that? Did you see the
get
TV
their
show
fucking
called Trap?
yeah. It be so many episodes of them Filipino women
But where,
fucking up
where
the
did you
niggas.
find them? Because I can't find them no more. I can't find them on YouTube. I can't find.
Hmm.
I don't have OWN. I think what's on OWN.
They're probably fucking
Oprah
hiding
always
it.
comes at 2 a.m. or some shit. Where's this TV show at? I don't see it no more.
Man, I just randomly see it on crime channels, but I gotta look for it. But they're probably hiding it now because the truth done got out the bag. That's probably what it is.
A lot of white folks are down on that show, man. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here?
Yeah,
It's maybe white men. It's the white men.
because the
Okay,
white
it's the
men are
white
expecting
men.
them to act. The white men are expecting them to act how they're supposed to act in their culture. But when they get over here and they get around their other white friends and they talk to the other white wives and all of that, they get certain ideas in their head and they go to cutting up.
But let me
And
tell you about the story. Did I tell you about the story with this white guy? He was kind of obese and stuff. He was talking to a Philippine chick, right? Did I tell you about this story about the Philippine and they was unmatched? Okay, did I tell you about that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a real short story. I just take out all the little details. Long story short, he didn't get no ass when he went there. He married her there, brought her back, didn't get no ass. Brought her in the house, didn't get no ass. Somehow she ended up pregnant, didn't get no ass.
Wow.
Somehow
He
she
probably
wants a
paid
divorce.
he probably paid a fucking bribe fee too.
Somehow he didn't get no ass. Somehow she got her mother back to the countries, into the States. And I was like, yo, how'd that happen? And then on top of that, they in court. He bypassed the security measures. I think he did a plastic gun. He probably had a toy gun or something. Wow. He bypassed the security measures and passed the gun. And he walked right past the black boyfriend in the hallway, which he wasn't really black. He was like halfway, half-breed Milano. He went into the courtroom, killed the woman, watched in the baby and the mother and the sister in the courtroom. Okay. Wow. Think about that, man. Didn't get no ass.
Didn't get no ass and still went out like that. That's crazy.
I could not forget I was like, no, I can't. I think the story's fabricated. No, they don't advertise it, man. It makes you so fucking mad. Jesus Christ, the guy. Didn't get no ass. He did all that work. Probably that whole situation lasts for like 2 or 3 years because it takes 3 years to get your KY1 visa. If you go overseas, it takes about 2 to 3 years. You fill out the paperwork. They always tell you to pay up money, extra money. If you're smart, you don't need to pay any extra money. It's like about $500, $600. You don't need to pay that. You could read it yourself and do the paperwork yourself. Okay, the embassy will they help you, and the whole process takes like 2 to 3 years. And then you have to go back to make sure you verify you have an address. Then you come back, you'll be missing whatever, okay, and then you bring them back. That's it. Costs money to get the plane ticket. and then it costs money. It costs money to get her passport. Okay, that I did all that shit by myself. I'm a prodigy, man. There's not a lot of black guys who do that. And I was, yeah.
I haven't seen none. I haven't seen none on YouTube.
Yeah, it's in my first Martius Knowledge. In my first, it says, you see Martius Knowledge 4, right? And the first Martius Knowledge is when I was in Ethiopia, and in Martius Knowledge 2, all the way up. I had traveled back and forth throughout the whole thing. If you look up my Ethiopian wife and Martius Knowledge, you will basically see that. You'll see the connection of me getting an apartment. If you want to live out in Ethiopia, it's only like about $162 for a house.
Oh wow,
162. You get free cable too, man. You get fucking free cable in the house for rent.
I'll be a king out there.
Yeah, I told my wife we could stay here and live luxuriously if you could stay out here, and we could talk about your sister later on. But that shit didn't fruit. She wanted to come to America. She really did. And I said, okay, she was being a good girl. She was a good girl. Okay.
Do she prefer it here, or does she prefer it back home?
Well, you see,
would she want you to go back with her?
Nah, I ain't going back. I'll come to visit her, but there's no way. I just say that the voices told me to get married to me to protect me from like staying there. Like I can't stay there, so I would have to travel back and forth. So my daughters are here, and it's all about my daughters.
So you will still stay married to her?
Well, I'm never getting married again, so I don't believe in marriage. So there's no need for no divorce and all that paperwork. Right. It's just that if we separate, I'm not even thinking about getting married. I only one marriage. She's the last behavior. I said that to myself. There's no more marriage. There's no ceremonies or anything. If any female, okay, because when you have a polygynous relationship and you believe in polygyny, you don't have to worry about that. That marriage shit is a waste of time. It's a waste. Yeah. It's a verbal communication. You don't need all that other stuff. You don't need to listen to what she has to say. You really don't, because she don't know. She don't have your best interest at heart. Okay, yeah. Like when it comes down to ceremonial stuff, she wants a marriage. When a female say, "I want marriage," and she's not wifey material. Most of the time, she's not. Put a ring on it and shit like that. No, that's not wifey material. To me, that's not. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to pay a bride fee?
Well, basically, I don't know what I had to pay. I just paid for food and shit and got the ground fixed over there. I recorded my wedding. So I recorded my wedding out there. I recorded it. And I didn't have to pay a lot. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. It was like pennies on a dollar, man. It's pennies on a dollar. I had to get a piece of paper, a token. You know what I'm saying? Places she knew where to go when we was there.
So what? Because I need to know. I'll be asking this because I'm going to be getting involved in this shit in the future. What would you do different in that whole situation as far as traveling there, picking a certain type of woman? Like, what would you do different if you had to do it all again?
Well, I couldn't do anything different again because I thought about it, because the voices told me you will listen to what we have to say. This was my schizophrenia.
Were you listening to the voice? Were you listening to the voices during this whole situation? Like, did they walk you through this?
Yeah, it says that it tells me that anyone who makes fun of you, anyone who disrespects you, anyone who goes against your wishes will be doomed. And I didn't believe that until when I just left Ethiopia. Ethiopia went to war.
Yeah,
it went to war. Okay, so it went into war after like a couple months later because Ethiopians was making fun of me, and I would say, "Stop making fun of me! Stop making fun of me! I have magic." And I would used to wear this mask and shit because I got it from Ethiopia. Look at this shit, man. You see this mask? See, we always got some interesting shit to talk about. But since you asked, I'm gonna show you.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Yeah, that fucked them up. Them fucking Christians and shit over there. Like, oh hell no. We thought we left that in the past. We thought we left that in the village. It was like fucked up.
And see my Moses stick? They did not touch it. When I went to Ethiopia, they did not touch it. They didn't inspect it. They just didn't touch it.
You dropped my weed.
You okay, man? You smoking?
Nah, yeah. You fucked me up when you said that, bro. You said they want to touch your nose. You're like, what the fuck is that? A black American? That's not Will Smith. Will Smith don't look like that.
You know what I had on when I went in the country? I looked like a Muslim because I had the cap on my head, the Scully cap. So people was like, they were warning me. Ethiopians were warning me, do not have cameras. You have a camera that most Ethiopians do not have. I was recording it. I recorded the entrance of Ethiopia, and then so put that away because lots of people don't have that money like that. They never heard of a camcorder out there.
God,
I was like, what? They took my TVs because they thought I was a businessman because I had a shirt and tie on. when I first introduced myself to my wife, and I recorded that shit too. It's on there. Okay. And she tried to see, the thing is that the curse started happening with my wife is because she tried to kiss me. The voice told me, if your wife tries to kiss you, you already know her. And I was like, oh shit. She is
and
not.
knowing and that knowing is like sexual, has
That's like
sexual
70%.
connotations, right?
Yes, I don't like being aggressed by females. When females trying to touch me with aggressively, then I know she's not my type. She's not a mental left brain thinker. She's not really, because what turns me on is communication, and I'm a sapiosexual. You know what I'm saying? Like I like intellectual stimulation, and then from that point on, okay, then it can go. It's more smoother. It's more precise. Okay.
Do you think African women are more intellectual than American women?
They are more likely to be ignorant about English. So there's no, I can't even say, because lots of times. Go ahead, say that again.
I say you can gauge it, like which one is more like intelligent, African versus
what
American.
countries?
I would say Ethiopia versus America.
Well, they're more docile, but Ethiopians are more, they're docile, but a little bit more nice. That's the only thing I can do with Ethiopians, because they're more nicer when you approach them. Like I would carry rolls of money, right? Say, eat me body. Lots of females went to the hotel not knowing what the fuck my intention was. They thought I was interested in sex, but I was only interested in just observing the body because I'm an observer. Because I told you I don't have sex with females who are not a virgin.
Yeah, you hit them with the deal though.
Yeah, I didn't bring my dildo over there. I just look at their bodies, make sure they become my friends. Because we didn't have sexual relations, but I could touch anything on their bodies. So I'm kind of like perverted, but I just wanted to observe their bodies. And I paid them a little. See, that roll of money means they only got like 100 births. Okay, the roll of money is like probably 4,000 births, right? And so I would give them 100 just for them coming to the hotel with me. So it's easy to approach. It's easy to approach the females by inibada. If they can't say yes or no, it's not worth your time. If they can't communicate with you on the phone, it's not worth your time. But most of them know where a dashing bank is at. Most of them know where a commercial bank is at. They do not speak English. The further you leave out of Addis Ababa, the more ignorant they become with English. Okay? So you got to think about it like this. So the nicer females are in Ethiopia, yes, overall, from my experiences. But in America, you just cut. They got to pay you. You ain't got no time for that bullshit. In Ethiopia, sometimes you give them something so they can do something. Okay, I paid them just to see their bodies and shit, and that's good enough. Okay, no sexual. Don't trust them condoms in that fucking drawer now.
I wouldn't trust no condoms in Africa. Period.
Yeah.
They don't have that American-made stamp on it. I can't fuck with it.
I don't trust them. I said these condoms. I can't believe they have condoms in the fucking hotels. I was in Tedes Resort, Rad Hotel. Okay, and what's the other one? Maya, yep. And Maya, there's a whole bunch of white people there. They was doing porn in that motherfucker right there.
Wow, I bet they was.
Yeah, and I saw me. I was not allowed in there and shit like that. And they had like a guard up, and they said if I'm American, I only walked in there because I was American. Okay, you see, I got the pass. If you show you're American, you go in. They got some kind of guard. You can't. Ethiopians cannot go on their own property. Some of the areas they can't go into. Isn't that some shit?
Wow. Ethiopians
cannot go into the airport at free will. They cannot walk up in there. They cannot do that. You must have a passport and you must have your U.S. citizen, or you will be stuck. Okay. You heard that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
got my passport. I just need to put some stamps on it.
Okay.
Figure out where I'm gonna go.
So what is your plan? Please understand, if you're going out there to meet any female, okay, please understand, don't take it for granted, like just because they're nice, you just want to marry them up. Don't do that shit, man. It ain't worth it. You got to plan shit. I told you, my voice has told me and gives me guidance. I think all this Canara shit happened because I really wanted my kids to be home. Guess what? My kids are home. They're not going out. Okay, see? And I told her, I wonder, since my wife did that to me, I wonder what the Holy Spirit's going to do for me. Okay. So, and you see how fast it happened. And I was in the streets. Remember? Did you remember when I was in the streets, like in November for a month?
Yeah.
And my wife kicked me and I was talking about it. I said, I wonder what I was talking about this. I was like, why would she do that? Why would she? I gave her 3 choices. I said, the first one is obedience, like you was in Ethiopia. The second was you want a divorce and you can get your own. Okay. The third one is to call the police. So I'm like, yo, if you take the third one, okay, all hell's gonna break loose. Okay. And all the magics were like, she didn't believe me. I did give her choices. It's not like I didn't say something, right?
Right.
So other than that, I do advise guys not to be so, desperate or even don't go over there. I know a guy, his name is Corey. He went over to Kenya. Okay. He went over there and wasted his money and didn't get no ass. I said, you got to show the pictures. If you want to talk to a woman, show your dick pics. Let her show you. If she's desperate and she's really interested, she will show them. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yeah.
She knows what sex is. She knows what the beast is. She knows what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get those all day from African chicks that be wanting to talk. I don't even talk to them unless they send me some pictures. They are gladly to do that shit. So if you can't get no pictures from an African girl, something's wrong.
Yeah, bitches
be
be like
happy
talking
to
to
do
me
that
like,
shit. They so fucking ratchet over there.
But you want to send me money. Women be asking me for money quickly. For the first
and data. They want that data.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. You know what I do to females who do that shit? I usually say, okay, if you want to ask for money, show me a titty pitch, and they don't understand me.
You understand me? Hey, they send it to me. I just don't give them the money. I say I fucking block them on fucking WhatsApp. Thank you.
I want to see your face. I want to see you holding the titty. My wife showed me everything I needed to see. I ain't going nowhere if you ain't showing me. You want money from me? But you can't show me a titty picture, your titties or your clit. I have plenty of pictures from foreign females from fucking Jamaica and Barbados. Are you crazy? I'll send you fucking $2. You know, $1 is worth a lot of money to Ethiopians today.
Really, $1? Wow.
$1 is worth now 37 birr, man. $1 is worth 37 birr. 37 birr can buy you 4 loaves of bread today and a water. Okay, now if you got like $5 will buy you 2 chickens, Dorowettes.
Oh man, see.
Yeah, man. $5 will buy you 2 of them big motherfuckers. You can buy fish at the market for only like $2 and shit, depending on where you go.
That's crazy.
Lots of shit over there. It's so much more convenient to live in America. And I didn't want to come back, but I had to because I didn't want to get stuck there. I lost my passport on purpose, man.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And I was like, if this is real, I'm not going to get my passport back again. And then that somehow, my wife was looking at the police and trying to get my passport. And I was thinking about it. I was holding it in my hand. So if this can happen, then I have to go back again. And then it did happen. I somehow had to go to court. They're not going to speak your language. I was in court in Ethiopia.
Wow.
They're not going to speak your language. They're going to speak in her language. And all they wanted was money. They wanted 1,500 birr. That was nothing for me. Okay. Paid it off and they reimbursed me my fucking passport. And I was like, oh shit, I guess it is. They gave me a new passport. Oh, okay. Somebody's popping up in the comment section. Glenn Hefford said, oh my God, hi. Okay. And then he said, okay, fine. Okay. So what's on your mind, Glenn Hefford? I'm about to get the hell off of here because I've been on for an hour. Got 2 people watching. Yeah. Okay. But other than that, so what else do you want to talk about? Anything you want to know about Ethiopia?
Yeah, we're gonna do that on another show, man. We got to do a whole show on African shit, man.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Because people understand when people look at my face, right, and they'll make a judgment call because of the way I sound. Okay, and I'm like, they'll listen to my voice and shit. I said, do you know Mike Tyson have a higher voice than me? Do you know that he will fuck you up? I said, y'all gotta stop looking at that fucking biasm, man. Don't tell me put bass in my voice. I will fuck your shit up, man. Literally. And then like people were like, please, do your research. Stop looking at people because of what they sound and what they look like. Exactly. Yeah, Glenn Happer said a shout out. Okay, I always try to get to people's comments. If you put something that makes sense, okay, and that's cool, okay. Yeah, so my advice to all of you who have the Conoravirus, thanks a lot for showing up. Underdog, just make sure you give me your Cash App, okay? Please understand to be safe, y'all guys, and the Conoravirus is out there. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I've been on here for like an hour. I appreciate it very much. So what you want to talk about, Glenn Hartford? I'm going to go and recap of what I said. If you basically are fearful of the Conoravirus, please stay your ass in the house. If you got relatives that you don't want to work, and you fear for the safety of your own safety, please call the corporation and say, hey, I would like you to fire her or whatever, blah, 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 for the time being because of the Conoravirus. Because there's greedy white men, people who are in businesses like Burger King and McDonald's and shit like that. We need to get everybody out of those places. We need to get everybody out of those places. And those places are carriers and spreaders. And even though you may be at the window, maybe your drive-through. Okay, I told my wife, don't worry, you're not going to be working in that long because it's an epidemic. We got to stop people from working and shit. Okay, let me see. Okay, Glenn Harper says, "Show me it, or I unsub and leave." Okay, let me see. Show it. Okay, there we go. Show you that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Show you what? Okay, shout out. What's going on? Yay! Shout out. I showed everything about you. Okay, what's going on, Glenn Heifer? Okay, you can unsub if you want. I told you. I'm not looking for attention or subscribers. I'm the real McCoy. And if you are a fan, you say something. Okay, you making threats or something like that. Glenn Hartford, anything you want to know about Ethiopia? And I guess you don't want to say anything. But anyway, so please understand, I'm not your average fan. I'm not your Peter Pan. I don't care about subscribers. I tell you all the time. Please don't make threats and come on my show or some bullshit. Because other than that, it'll be a waste of time. You see, okay? He gave me 3, 2, 1. I said, "Oh, did you might as well unsubscribe, motherfucker? Unsubscribe. Pay me my money and stop watching me." I'm just trying to help people. You said you better show me my show my shit. Show me it, or I subscribe and to show you what. Don't wait, y'all know what you're talking about. Yeah, shout out. Okay, now, if you got any family members, like I said before, please go to your corporations and say, hey, shut it down. Okay, we need to be locked down now and da 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 da. And if they don't want to listen, and you got your relative working and shit, there you go. Like my wife, she thought I don't have no play in shit and everything I say, but I'm gonna have a play in everything I say because I brought my wife here. Okay, but if you have any comments, questions on insults or respects, put it down below. Today we talked about multiple subjects and shit. We talked a little bit about Ethiopia, a little bit, but this video is mainly about the Conoravirus, y'all. Don't worry about it. Don't fear it. Stay indoors. If it's in the air, we're dead. If it's in the water, we're dead. Stay more than 6 feet away from people. I'm too paranoid to say whichever one you have. Okay, now, whichever one you have. Now, why do you say that? Okay, you're not making any sense to me. Okay, all right. Okay, Glenn and Hartford, any question you have? Any questions you have for the day? Going once, going twice. If you got your notifications on, you will get my notifications. You don't have to follow me. Okay, I told you before, I'm too real to be followed by the masses of asses. If you can't speak a proper sentence, then you will be not read. I will not read what you're writing. You gotta read back what you're saying, okay, and understand and comprehend. Most people who are religious, I say, if you're into religion and you're in the Conoravirus, please understand Jesus will not save you because I'm your Jesus. Okay, all right. I have no sins in my past. Do you know who the hell I am? All right. Okay. So I try to give you advice that this is a game world. Jesus came here and he lost his flesh. You shall surely lose your flesh as well, because you don't believe yourself as God. You're too focused on your sinful past. I don't have a sinful past. Okay. So my advice to those who smoke, who drink, who like to eat terrible foods and stuff like that, you should be more self-aware about your surroundings. Be more self-aware about the foods that you eat. And also, I wanted to talk about one thing, is that if you want to eat healthier and stuff like that, you want to live a longer life and stuff like that, juice your food. Get your cayenne pepper. Okay, anything that burns. Okay, like ginger, cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar. Yo, apple cider vinegar does miracles upon miracles and things and shit. Y'all gotta protect yourself. It's the lungs the virus attacks. It attacks the lungs because you don't have a scarf on your face and you don't have a mask on your face. What the fuck is your problems, peoples? What the fuck is your problems? Y'all better have 2 masks on in that motherfucker. It could be in the air and shit. I'll be looking like a ninja when I'm playing basketball. Ain't nothing getting through there. Okay, I'm moving around too much. It has too much movement. Okay, it's not going to get up in that nose. All right, so peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. And I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I love animals more than human beings, but I don't fuck the animals. Like the cracker and the mulatto, I don't do that, okay? My penis is not small, okay? All right, okay? Peace. 3 and 2 and 1.